Hi everyone, we created a permission assignment tool for shared resources. Our mentor Elena wasn't always a senior software project manager at Intel. She wore many different hats at different jobs, and the one thing that these experiences had in common was how she had to spend a lot of time going between software engineers and HR to gain access to resources she needed to work. So for our capstone, she gave us this real world problem to come up with a solution from scratch. So let's introduce our team.
Hi, I'm Brandon.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Hyman.
And I'm Maybe. So in the corporate world of non-disclosure agreements, access to resources are usually limited on a need-to-know basis. Therefore, a new hire wastes a lot of time figuring out unknowns as they go. What do I need access to? Who can grant me those permissions? And then they have to wait. Meanwhile, the resource owners have to manually process each permission access request, and even though it's not always verified why someone from another team or a department should be trusted to access your resources. So with all these manual transactions, human error happens, and there's a weak traceability without a permissions protocol. So here's how we approached this problem.
So starting out, we didn't really have anything to begin with, so we had to build up from the ground. First step was clarifying our permissions protocol terminology, what do we mean by resources? What is our shared resource platform? What do we mean by team? What traits does a team have? That kind of stuff. For our second step, we had to define the actual permissions protocol, which is by setting the rules that our tool and our data model actually follow. So, like for instance, an owner has full access to all the resources that their team has. Members only have rewrite access, that kind of thing. Third step is actually creating a populated data model, which is actually creating a team and managers and setting up a resource platform. And our final step is actually building the tools to interact with all the data.
So we broke our project down into 3 base use cases, which are adding to a team as an employee, adding to a team as a manager, or removing from team. And any other use case can be solved just using a combination of these 3. And here we have an example of our mock-up of adding to a team, where the user can start by just searching for an employee, which will bring them to the employee's page. They can click the little red plus to add a team, and all the user needs to know is the team ID and whether that employee should be the manager or not. They can click add, and we can see that the employee's page was updated with their new team that they're added to.
We successfully developed a data model which, given the minimal amount of input, a user can add or remove an employee to a team, which abstracts the complexity going on in the background. For our backend, we developed a node server as well as a SQL PHP server, which communicate with the front end and given input from the front end, streamlines the permission granting process. So previously you saw our wireframes, and here's our finished product. First, a user would find an employee by their team ID, by their employee ID. Once found, they select their profile, and within the profile, they can choose to add or remove the employee from a team or change their status within the company. For SharePoint platform, we developed an intranet site with each site representing a different team and each team having a separate shared resources.
Thank you to our mentor Elena, thank you to Satya, and thank you to Paige.